Because part of the reason, of course, that we have seen this big increase in prices of Bitcoin has been the anticipation of a friendlier administration towards the crypto universe. And yet we've gotten a lot of appointments, but we've not yet learned who the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission might be. There were reports earlier in the week that the Coinbase CEO was meeting with President-elect Trump to discuss that very issue. Who would your dream pick be at the top of the SEC in terms of the crypto approach?
I mean, I like Brian Brooks just because I know him really well, and he was a great head of the OCC, and he knows our industry, dead in. But anyone Donald Trump picks, given the overall pro-crypto attitude of this administration, is going to be fine. If you think about it, right, Vance, Vivek, Elon, Kennedy said he's got his whole net worth in crypto. Howard Lutnick, who just became Commerce, is a big advocate of crypto. So all the guys around the table, Donald Trump himself has got his own coin and was an NFT issuer. All the guys around the table like our space. They believe in the digital asset world. They believe in blockchains and Bitcoin. And so the whole energy of this administration is going to be so different than the Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler era.
Well, and Mike, that word energy, I think, is a really important one, because as we know in the crypto space, vibes are very, very important. But I guess my question would be are they more important than policy? Like, what specific policies would you be looking
The most
for?
important policy is a direction from the president through the Secretary of Treasury, through the OCC, the SEC, the FDIC, to allow U.S. players to participate, right? There was a thing called Operation Choke Point, which broadly made it miserable for U.S. players to participate in this industry, right? Fear of litigation, you couldn't get banked. Our audit at Galaxy cost 3 times what it would if we were a non-crypto company. So we're spending $9 million a year on an audit for a medium-sized company. That's insane, right? So the tax on crypto has been brutal. That is going to come way down. People aren't going to fear, they're constantly getting a Wells notice.
And I'm also curious what all of this is going to do for Bitcoin itself versus altcoins, or do you think it's sort of rising tide lifts all crypto boats?
Listen, that's always been the case. Right now, there's a distinct Bitcoin story as these big convert issuers they're buying Bitcoin. You got a lot of overseas buyers buying Bitcoin. And so I think broadly it's starting as a Bitcoin story, but Bitcoin's always been the gateway drug for the digital asset space. And with better regulation around market structure, around what's a security and what's a commodity, right? What's a utility token? Once we get more clarity around that, you're going to see a lot more development and innovation. So one of the reasons you haven't seen the great innovation in this space is people were scared of it, right? The big players were.